fermentation, movies and inebriation with films and fermentation, comedy mixed with taste elevation. Films and fermentation with Leo, Batman and Mike.
I'm in danger.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 212 of Films and Fermentation. Tonight, we're going to be taking a look at our favorite fall films. So we're calling this one Crisp Air, Cold Beer, and Great Cinema. That's right. We are Films and Fermentation, a movie and alcohol podcast, number one pop culture podcast on Good Pods, and the number one beer podcast on Good Pods. I just realized last week we talked about being the number one beer podcast, and none of us drank beer on the show. So
No, that was it.
I had a themed drink. Thank you very much.
You had the themed drink that there was a good possibility all three of us could have had that themed drink that week because we all thought about it. You were the only one who went through with it.
That's right.
Again, we're Films Fermentation. I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
We're three friends who like talk shit about movies while getting shit faced. Tonight we're cozying up with the best movies about fall because nothing says autumn like pumpkin spice, football, and crippling seasonal depression. We'll rake through the cinematic leaf piles to find the hidden gems and the turkeys that should have stayed in November. Expect more corny harvest festival jokes than your local hayride. Grab a cider, throw on a flannel, and let's get this harvest of hilarity started. Shit, almost got through the whole thing without fucking it up.
Almost.
Almost.
It's not horseshoes.
Don't forget to drop an email at filmsfermentation@gmail.com or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation. Find all of our social media podcast links. Become part of the Films and Fermentation family. You can watch us on the Pod Nation Media Network on Roku, as well as YouTube and Rumble, or join our Substack newsletter. We are an independent podcast, which means we are listener supported. So please consider joining our Patreon for as little as $1 a month to receive members only content. That's right. For only $1 a month, I will help you eat all your leftover candy corn.
I'll check your kid's candy for $1 a month.
Check
You're the only one willing to eat candy corn.
I love candy corn. I will actually help people finish their candy corn.
I eat candy corn, so.
Yeah, go to patreon.com. Yeah, but you can't eat as much as I probably can right now. So.
No, I'm not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. I probably shouldn't either, but hey, as long as I'm pre-diabetic, I'll just keep going.
Push that envelope. Push it.
Yeah.
Push it.
I'm going to push it till I can't lick it anymore. Go to patreon.com/films and fermentation or purchase our merchandise at teespring.com. You can text us at 904-867-4466. What are we drinking tonight, gentlemen? Did anybody pick a beer out for tonight?
I kind of did.
I kind of did too.
Okay.
Really? It's in a can.
Megan pointed out that with Halloween coming up and candy being given out, that we still had a Southern Tier caramel cookie bar imperial stout in the back of the refrigerator. Yeah, it's a score for me, man. 10% alcohol by volume. Let's see. The Anytime Treat, satisfy your sweet tooth. Notes of milk chocolate and gooey caramel wrapped in around sweet cookie for smooth taste of your favorite candy bar. Take a break from ordinary and taste something crave-worthy. One is never enough. Ale made with natural flavors, including milk sugar. So there you go, man. Southern Tier. I was looking at two other types of Southern Tier beers tonight at the supermarket, and I just kept going. It was too much.
Mike, what you got going on tonight?
I kind of themed my drink tonight.
Okay.
Kind of. I have an Old Smokies moonshine cocktail, apple pie ginger.
Yeah, that's fall.
That is autumnal as shit, dude.
Autumnal as shit. Yep. I decided tonight. So I had one thing I was originally going to do is I had a couple cans of the Bombshell hard cider that I love to drink, but I'm like, I do that on the show pretty often, I think, and even though it's a fall thing, let me do something different. So I'm drinking coffee, but instead of the normal Irish cream shot that I would put in it, I have some Fulton's Harvest pumpkin pie cream liqueur
Ooh.
that I poured in there as instead, and it's very tasty. It's also 12.5% alcohol by volume, and
Wow.
I read that after I put a healthy pour into my coffee. So
And it's early in the week this time.
yeah, I know. We're recording on a Tuesday. We normally record on a Thursday. I still have 4 more days of school left, and
Hey, and
I still have
I
to teach this week.
have to be at work at 6 tomorrow. So
I get up at 5, so I'm like, I feel you.
I have to be on the job at 6.
So you'll be up at 3.
Nah, it's only on the boulevard, only on Red Lions Boulevard. So. I just gotta go.
Hey,
She's back.
she came to steal his beer.
Stealing my beer in the baby monitor.
Oh yeah, the baby. Baby is sleeping. Baby
No.
is sleeping.
He's already sleeping already. Really?
Dude, he's in. Yeah, I mean, he goes in. There's one last scream of help, and then he just passes out. Great. Megan puts him down, and he goes,
In other words, he goes, "Fuck."
"Exactly." That's it.
Emotional damage.
Yep.
Doesn't really fit there, but I needed to use my new soundbite somehow. Let's throw a song on now.
This week in film history with Mike. This week in film history with Mike.
Jesus Christ, that's 2 weeks in a row. My levels were off, and I almost blew my fucking eardrums out.
1956, Giant, directed by George Stevens, starring Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James Dean. In his last role, premieres in New York City.
So I looked this up earlier. I read your list this morning, and because we had talked about James Dean last week a little bit, and I said he was 3 major motion pictures before he died, was nominated for 2 of them. Giant was one of them, and East of Eden was the other. And the thing I learned today that I thought was kind of interesting, I didn't notice before, was both movies were released after he died. So he was nominated posthumously for both films 2 years in a row. He's the only back-to-back posthumous Oscar nominee. I thought that was pretty interesting.
And he didn't win.
No, he didn't win for anything. Yeah. Next one, sir.
1959, Pillow Talk, film directed by Michael Gordon and starring Doris Day and Rock Hudson, is released.
That Rock Hudson, popular guy in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, sir.
1960, historical drama film Spartacus, directed by Stanley Kubrick and starring Kirk Douglas and Laurence Olivier, premieres in New York City.
I am Spartacus.
I am Spartacus.
Spartacus. It's the only thing I remember.
Spartacus? It's the only thing you know of that movie?
The only thing I remember from that movie.
I remember that, and I remember that the drummer guy in That Thing You Do was his favorite movie, and he used to say, I am Spartacus all the time. I haven't seen this one in a long time. I mean, I had like did a thing where I was like watching through some Kubrick films, and so I watched it then, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Next one, sir.
1963, From Russia with Love, second James Bond film based on the novels by Ian Fleming, starring Sean Connery and Daniela Basenci.
Oh, so
Premieres
close.
in London.
So close.
How close was it?
It's Bianchi.
Bianchi.
No, Bianchi means white. Her name is Daniela White. Not one that I'm super familiar with.
From Russia with Love? I know that one.
Yeah, I know you know that because you're a James Bond guy, but like as far as like Connery goes, it's like for me, it's like Dr. No, Goldfinger. Like those are the ones that I know real well. Next one's a good movie.
In 1971, The French Connection, directed by William Friedkin, and starring Gene Hackman, Roy Schreider, and Fernando Rey, premieres in the U.S. Academy Award Best Picture in 1972.
Also, Best Actor, Gene Hackman. Anybody remember his character's name in the film? It's a great name. It's one of the best like character names of all time. His name was Popeye Doyle.
Yeah. Should have known that.
Yeah. Goes next one, sir.
Okay.
Not that Popeye.
Yeah.
1978, Terrence Malick's film Days of Heaven, starring Richard Gere, premieres.
One of Richard Gere's very first film roles.
I've got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, except that was like 4 years later.
Yeah.
Next one, sir.
1980 comedy film Private Benjamin is released, starring Goldie Hawn.
This was the prequel to Saving Private Ryan, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure. You say so.
This was the training they went through to do Saving Private Ryan.
This was a very popular film. Goldie Hawn got a nomination for this. I didn't like the movie too much. I watched it a long time ago, but I remember being like kind of bored by it. I know there was a TV show that was based on it afterwards. Weekly sitcom. Next one, sir.
1982, MGM releases comedy film My Favorite Year, directed by Richard Benjamin and starring Peter O'Toole, Mark Lynn Baker, Jessica Harper, and Joseph
Baloney.
Bologna.
It's actually pronounced Bologna. Mike got it right. Yeah. People say Bologna. It's pronounced Bologna.
You say Bologna, I say Baloney.
I say, yuck.
Mike says Bianchi. I say Bianchi. You know, it's all a matter of how you read your Italian. I don't know this movie.
I do, surprisingly.
I know this movie. Like, it came out in 1982, and I don't know it.
No, I know this is one of my mother's favorites. Actually,
I'm not surprised. It sounds like something your mom would like.
It's funny, you know. It's a comedy. Peter O'Toole's pretty good in it. This was me learning about Mark Lynn Baker outside of Perfect Strangers.
Okay. The only other thing I know Mark Lynn Baker from outside of Perfect Strangers is the movie I did on Films of Time Forgot, Noises Off. Next one, sir.
I'm sure you guys don't know any of the next three either.
None of them.
1986, The Color of Money, directed by Martin Scorsese and starring Paul Newman and Tom Cruise, premieres in New York City.
Very lackluster. I mean, you go through 2 hours of a movie just to find out the color screen.
Hold on. Do I have a drop for that one? I think I have a drop for that one. Let me think. I don't know. I got so many drops. I don't know which one to choose for that. Yeah, I might as well just do that. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say for that.
Oh, here's one for you.
You take the blue pill.
Oh, no.
You take the blue pill.
That's the wrong one.
Story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
I don't know. I was just going to do this one.
Well, now that is some fucked up shit.
Anyway, Paul Newman's only Oscar win for Best Actor was for The Color of Money. And he's the only actor to win the award for playing the character he originated in another film in its sequel. So this is the character he created in The Hustler, which came out like 30 years before this film. When he won the Oscar for the sequel. The next one. Talk about Oscar winners. Go for it, sir.
1992 action thriller film Under Siege, directed by Andrew Davis, starring Steven Seagal in his most famous role, is released.
This is his most famous role.
He's just a cook.
I'm just a cook. Oh, we're gonna die. What was the name of the Baywatch actress who was in the movie.
Oh, wasn't it Erica Leniak?
Yeah, I think
There's
that's
Erica Leniak. Yeah, he pretty much sexually assaults her at the end of the film when he kisses her.
right.
She was like she didn't want to show up to work that day. I'll tell you who's great in this film, man.
Tommy
Lee Jones. That's the bad guy. Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey as the two antagonists of the film are fucking gold.
Well, somebody had to be.
Steven Seagal's most famous role. My personal favorite Steven Seagal film is a movie called Out for Justice.
Oh,
where
God.
he plays a New York cop going up against the mob.
Yeah.
And it's such a bad movie, but it has one of my favorite line readings where he goes into a bar and he's like, "Hey, I'm looking for Johnny Lupo." Like the worst New York accent anybody could have. "I'm looking for Richie. Anybody know why Richie did Johnny Lupo?" That Bad Movie Rules podcast, Kev, does this. They give out the award for the worst actor in the film, and they call it the Steven Seagal Trash Can Full of Dirt Award. And every time they give out the award, they drop a line from one of his movies, and it's oh God, what's the line now? Love never dies, and neither do they. Love lasts forever, and that's a long time. Is almost as good as future events such as these will affect you in the future.
Wow.
I think I appreciated him more after he left the movie industry, after he left Hollywood and started working in television.
After he gained 900 pounds and still
I don't want
pretends he does karate.
Him, but he did not write the scripts of those lyrics. He just delivers them. Not that he can deliver them for shit, but
I'm just a cook.
Just a cook.
Shout out to the Bad Movie Rules guys. And the last fact they got there, sir.
12 film Lincoln, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Daniel Day-Lewis, based on the biography by Doris Kearns. Godwin premieres.
It's a good movie. It's just not for everybody because it's a talkie. I mean, it's just all talk. It's
6 hours long.
It's a little long. But.
Well, I put it down as like a movie that I can only watch once, and it's not because it's hard to watch. It's just long. You know, it's like I'm not just going to throw in Lincoln for the shit of it. You know, it's like
no.
All right, so that was our film history. Time for some beer.
Kevin's here, he's here for beer. He's got news, it's beer news with Kevin.
Oh, that's me.
I want to ask you one thing. The second one you have on here, did you just put that on right before the show?
What are you talking about?
Because, well, I'm just asking because I literally saw that article like 5 minutes before I signed on.
Like every article I put on is done 5 minutes before the show.
I'm just wondering if you happened to see the article at the same time I did and decided to add it to the show.
I mean, I'm literate, but I don't read this stuff before I post it.
Anyway, go ahead and tell us about some beer.
I like my beer history last week. I put it up there.
Mike was giving us beer history, and all of a sudden it turned into a lecture from like a TED talk.
The Catholicism and the Germans.
I read it this week, so don't worry.
Another one bites the dust, gentlemen. I wish I had that queued up. I could have just played a little bit of the intro for it. Raise a glass to poor 21st Amendment Brewery, our friends of water. They do Hell or High Water. I want to say every summer, don't they?
I'm looking at it. I feel like I've had their stuff before.
I'm pretty sure they did Hell and High Water.
I'm looking it up.
High Water, Hell or High Watermelon.
Higher Hell Watermelon.
Wheat,
brew free or die.
Brew free or die. Anyway, it's 21st Amendment Brewery shuts down after 25 years. Bay Area craft beer pioneer 21st Amendment to close both San Francisco Brew Pub and San Leandro production facility by November. In a stunning turn of events that is sure to shake the craft beer industry, 21st Amendment Brewery has announced it will permanently cease operation after 25 years in business. Man, they're dying like flies. The San Francisco born brewery, known for its iconic beers like Hell or High Watermelon Wheat and Brew Free or Die IPA, will shutter both its original Second Street Brew Pub near Oracle Park and its massive Leandro production facility by early November. The closure comes just 1 week after co-founders Sean O'Sullivan and Nico Frizia announced that they were stepping back from daily operations to bring in a new CEO as part of an ambitious partnership aimed at diversifying beyond beer production. Those plans collapsed when the brewery's financial leader withdrew support, citing the company's ongoing cash bleed and beer industry-wide downturn. Excuse me. The brewery lenders informed them that it would no longer fund the company due to its cash bleed, prompting the decision to close. Let's see. 21st Amendment's demise reflects a confluence of factors hammering craft breweries nationwide, which we've reported most of them.
Yep.
Sales have dropped approximately 20% every year since COVID in 2021, according to co-founder Francia, who spoke with multiple media outlets of the closure. The brewery, which ranked among the nation's top 50 craft producers by volume from 2016 to 2019, had struggled to maintain relevance as consumer preferences shifted towards hard seltzers, ready-to-drink cocktails, and lower alcohol alternatives. Weak, and weaker. The COVID-19 pandemic proved particularly devastating for 21st Amendment. Distribution partnerships dissolved, including a key relationship with Brooklyn Brewery that had enabled national expansion. A dispute with a can supplier further constrained operations, forcing the brewery onto allocation-only basis for shipping. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Brew Pub has operated at just 40% of pre-pandemic capacity.
Well, one of the big problems with the microbrews and craft beers is, first of all, you got to get a strong base at home, and then you got to try to get it distributed, and that ain't easy anymore.
No, but even well-established places like Iron Hill, our last week just shuttered all of its doors, and the ones that you think are staples anymore, especially in the community, just get bought up by private acquisitions and
Oh yeah,
just
or
shut down.
like the one of the ones I really like is what's that? The one out of Virginia was bought up by Anheuser-Busch.
Mm-hmm.
It still has its name, and it's got the distributed. It's getting distributed that way now.
Yeah, look at Leinenkugels. They went through the ringers too, and now, I mean, they're still being produced, which I guess is great. But I didn't like the way that whole thing went down.
Yeah, that was one of the beer news stories you told us earlier in the year.
Yeah, over the summer.
Acquired. Yeah.
Will there be a savior? The founders remain hopeful that a buyer will emerge to continue 21st Amendment into the future. The brewery is actively seeking purchases for either the brand, the facilities, or both. However, recent history suggests such rescues are increasingly rare in the current market environment, especially using anchor brewing that hasn't found a sustainable path forward after ownership changes. The San Francisco Brew Pub is expected to close first, possibly as early as September 28th. Sorry, this is a little old. To coincide with the Giants' final regular season home game, the San Leandro facility will wind down production over the next 60 days, with November 4th marked as the official closure date. Womp, womp, womp. Sorry, gentlemen. That's a little depressing. However, our Marvel fans, our Our Marvel movie fans may be happy to hear that Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. joined forces for a coffee and beer collaboration that's all about friendship. The longtime friends blend their beverage brands, Barrow Coffee Draft and Happy Eternal Optimist, which is the that is the brewery, the non-alcoholic brew of Tom Holland.
Yeah, I was about to say he had a non-alcoholic brew. So
Yeah,
there's no alcohol in this story.
No, but it is movie
It's
related,
beer.
so it kind of works.
But it's a beer. It's maybe non-alcoholic,
Beer.
but it's still beer.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it non-alcoholic beer? Have you had a non-alcoholic beer?
I said Superman. Superman has nothing to do with this story. Spider-Man and Iron Man are reuniting, this time behind the bar. Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer brand Barrow and Robert Downey Jr.'s coffee company, Happy Coffee, have joined to launch 2 limited edition beverages, Barrow Coffee Draft and Happy Eternal Optimist Ground Coffee. The partnership, announced Monday, October 7th, which was just yesterday, celebrates the MCU's co-stars' decade-long friendship and shared passion for quality and connection. My friendship with Tom stems from mutual support and respect. And this partnership is exactly that, sharing what we love and creating quality products in tandem, Downey Jr. said in a statement. Holland echoed the sentiments, adding, "This is a kind of collaboration you can only do with a friend. Robert knows coffee better than anyone, and we wanted to bring that same level of care to a beer that celebrates what both our brands stand for: quality, craft, and a premium experience in every sip." The new Barrow Coffee Draft blends the roasted depths of a stout-style beer with the smooth, velvety character of Happy Coffee. With notes of cocoa, roasted malt, and the creamy nitrogen finish, it clocks in at under 0.5% ABV, rich and flavorful without the alcohol. Meanwhile, the Happy Eternal Optimist coffee channels the spirit of hops with a bright, unexpected flavor profile. Made from 100% Arabica beans, sourced from Brazil and Colombia, it's slow roasted to reveal citrus and pine notes, a nod to Barrow's coffee craftsmanship, and entirely alcohol-free. Barrow Coffee Draft and Happy Eternal Optimist will be available at barrowbrewing.com, happyproducts.com, and in select Target stores nationwide while supplies last. The stars began working together in 2016's Captain America Civil War. Both actors will star in the highly anticipated MCU film Avengers Doomsday, which is set to release in theaters on December 18th, 2016. There you have it, gentlemen.
Beer news.
Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates Leo.
Oh, I really love this first one I got here. Director Ridley Scott has said in a recent interview that modern movies are shit. And he only watches his own films because they're actually good and don't age.
Has he watched Prometheus?
I was going to say, just a reminder, Scott's last 3 movies were House of Gucci, Napoleon, and Gladiator 2. All are sub 7-star ratings on IMDb and box office flops, as well as Prometheus. I don't think Scott has really done a good film since 2014 when he released The Martian. The funniest film of that year.
What did you, Blade Runner 2054 was okay.
Now, Blade Runner 2049 was not Ridley Scott.
Oh, no?
That is Denis Villeneuve, who did the Dune films.
Ah, never mind.
Why it's so good. We have a lot of movies coming out in the month of October. Some of the notable new films releasing this month are Kiss of the Spider-Woman. This is a remake of the 1980s Oscar-winning film, only this time it's a musical starring Jennifer Lopez.
Jesus.
This isn't a sequel to Spider-Woman?
No, this is not a Madame Web. No, this is not a This is not a sequel for Madame Web.
Oh, so this is not a Marvel movie.
No, this is not a Marvel movie. The original Kiss of the Spider Woman starred William Hurt and Raul Julia, and is a really good movie. This is a musical based on that film, starring Jennifer Lopez and Andor's Diego Luna. We also have a movie called After the Hunt. We have a remake of St. Elmo's Fire.
Why?
We have Tron Ares, the third film in the Tron trilogy, starring Jared Leto. I'm sure that'll be a hit.
Because Tron World comes to ours.
Yes, because we needed that. The Smashing Machine.
AI is going to kill us all. That's all.
Yeah, The Smashing Machine, starring The Rock as UFC fighter Mark Kerr, which actually looks like a pretty good movie. And
he's actually trying to act. Yeah.
Yes, by all accounts, he does a really good job actually acting in this film. We have Anemone, which sees the return of Daniel Day-Lewis out of retirement to star in this film. He is starring in it because it is written and directed by his son. I guess that's one way to get him out of retirement.
Yeah.
And then the last movie coming out this month is a movie called If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I haven't heard of this movie until I did this movie update with Leo this week. If I had legs, I'd kick you. Let's see what this one's about.
If I had a legs, I'd kick you, kick you, kick you, kick you.
With her
kick
life
you,
crashing
kick you,
down
kick you.
around her, Linda attempts to navigate her child's mysterious illness, her absent husband, a missing person, and an increasingly hostile relationship with her therapist. The movie stars Rose Byrne and Conan O'Brien. And it's not a comedy.
You have a hostile relationship with your therapist. Get a new fucking therapist.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
All I have to say about that is, would you like to buy a monkey? That's the last time a late night host got into a movie.
Yeah. This is a dramatic film starring Conan O'Brien, the man who brought us the masturbating bear on the Late Show. AI actor stirs debate. A fully AI-generated character named Tilly Norwood has been introduced by an AI talent studio, attracting controversy over the implications for real actors. I don't know how great it would be having an AI actor unless it's really, really well done AI, because I've been seeing these videos of Bob Ross fighting Fred Rogers in a ladder match in WWE, and that's AI generated, and it's pretty crappy.
I mean, I've been playing with the AI for the last couple of days just to make pictures, and I tell it specifically what I want, and sometimes it doubles the shit. I'm like, no, take that off, and it just changes. I'm like, AI ain't there yet.
Yeah, it's not there yet. I mean, I'll do something and everybody has the wrong number of fingers, and it's still working on. Unless it's the same program that does the Bigfoot vlog videos on TikTok, it's not there yet. And to answer Kevin's question from last week, did John Candy ever host SNL? He did one time in October 22nd, 1983. He hosted SNL. Not a great season for SNL. The cast that year was Robin Duke, Mary Gross, Brad Hall, Tim Kaczynski, Gary Kroger, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Joe Piscopo, Jim Belushi, and the only standout from the cast, really, Eddie Murphy, who left the show a couple months later. So that is my...
Okay.
I tried watching a little bit of that episode on YouTube earlier, and it is bad. It was hard to watch. Mike, you have any must-try beer craft destination for us today?
I have a craft destination for you. Milwaukee, America's brew city. There's a good reason Milwaukee's baseball team is called the Brewers. Beer giant Miller Brewing helped put the city on the map. And today, new generations of craft breweries and beer bars keep that legacy alive. Explore Milwaukee's deep brewing roots with a historic Pabst brewery and Miller, the brewery, or discover something new at one of the city's many beer gardens, brew pubs, and tap rooms. Known as Brew City, Milwaukee has been synonymous with beer for more than a century. Once home of the legendary names like Miller, Schlitz, and Pabst, the city has evolved into a modern craft beer powerhouse, blending rich brewing heritage with a thriving scene of independent brewers. Plan to visit around one of Milwaukee's signature beer celebrations. The Milwaukee Brew Fest brings together local and regional breweries every summer, along with Lake Michigan shoreline. German Fest and Oktoberfest honor the city's strong German roots, pairing world-class beer with traditional food, music, and plenty of Milwaukee spirits. Raise a glass and experience why Milwaukee truly earns its title as America's Brew City.
And next week on Beer News, Kevin will give us a list of all the breweries that have shut down since Mike read this Craft Destination
That's
article.
right.
We're going to take
Milwaukee has lost all of their breweries.
Pabst has slowed down after 100 years of operation. We're going to take a quick break to hear this word from our network, and we'll be back with our main segment. Hey, movie lovers. This is Leo.
Mike.
And Kevin from Films and Fermentation.
If you love comedy, movies, and a good drink in hand, then you need to check out the Pod Nation Media Network.
It's home to a variety of amazing podcasts covering everything from pulp culture to history and, of course, movies like ours.
And the best part, Pod Nation Media Network is featured on Roku, so you can stream your favorite podcasts anytime.
Alongside Films and Fermentation, you'll find other fantastic shows like the KJ&A podcast, The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, Real Sharks, and so many more.
So grab a drink, press play, and join the fun with Pod Nation Media Network.
Because everything's better with a little comedy, movies, and booze.
Learn more by going to linktree.com/podnationpods.
Hello.
Hello, we are back after that short break. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but while we were going through the last few segments, I finished my coffee, and I was just dropping straight shots of that pumpkin liqueur into my mug and drinking it. And I had a little bit of it, too much probably, and feeling pretty good right now. And I'm like, I still have to get up and teach tomorrow, so I might need to stop. So I switched to something else a little bit lighter. It's this thing called water. You apparently make it with 2 shots of hydrogen and 1 shot of oxygen. So that's what I'm going with right now.
Not just plain coffee.
Do you got the
I need to go to sleep too.
Do you have the fluoride flavored water?
Fluoride flavored water. I got the Schuylkill Punch. All right. So our main segment tonight is Best Fall Movies. Kevin is going to be taking the lead on this one tonight because this was his idea. Go ahead.
What? This wasn't my idea.
You were the one who sent me the article.
Come out of this stuff. Okay. So Lee has gone through and found these fantastic movies, which kind of take place during the autumn seasons, during the fall. He's attached to each of these what is this, Lee? The
Rotten Tomato score.
Rotten Tomato score. And kind of ranked them from best to worst. We have our 12 autumnal movies that we're going to go through.
Well, these were all films that appeared on multiple lists. That's how I compiled it.
Right. Okay. So, good. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with the top 2 tied movies for the fall, for the autumn. We'll start with Good Will Hunting, and then we'll talk about the original Knives Out movie, starring Christopher Evans and Chris Evans, not Christopher. Chris Evans.
His mother called him Christopher.
That's true. And who's the actress that Ana de Armas?
Ana de Armas.
Yes.
Chris Evans. Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc.
Yeah, he's like the movies.
So we're gonna tackle Good Will Hunting first, which
let's do that first.
We know. I think that was released in 97, 98.
It's the mid to late 90s. I don't know the exact
Right.
year, but yeah.
Starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in their. I'm not going to say it was their acting debut, but this was their written script, right? This was the one that they had produced. Also starring Robin Williams and why can't I think of her name? Oh, it's escaping me. It's Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver. where where Matt Damon's character is a janitor working at Harvard, who is incredibly brilliant, almost savant-like at mathematical equations and just really in everything educational. But he's not a student. He rather go to the basketball courts and kick some, neighborhood gang's ass than apply himself and put himself into anything. He ends up getting into a relationship, which he pushes himself away from. He ends up seeing a therapist at the behest of the the department head of Harvard's math section. And you kind of find out, what makes him tick or what's making him be the way he is. So we'll go from there.
How about them apples?
Them apples.
How do you like them apples?
I got a number.
So I looked it up, and you were right on the money. This came out in 1997.
Look at that.
Yeah, and it's a 97% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. About as high as you can get for critic scores.
Yeah.
Won an Oscar for Best
Or
Writing.
Robin Williams, yeah.
Well, Robin Williams won Best Supporting Actor, and Damon and Affleck won a original screenplay Oscar for this film. So it was an awards darling. It's a good movie.
And
now the ultimate question here, though,
downhill from there.
Is it autumnal?
Is it autumnal?
Is it all? I mean, it takes place in Massachusetts, which, the more northern the states, the more beautiful the autumn tends to be. And I would agree. I think the mention of apples plays a significant role. I'm
not sure that was the reason he mentioned apples.
I mean, he could have said, "How do you like them strawberries?" Wouldn't have worked so well.
How do you like them melons? Something totally different.
That's why we got our number.
I'm gonna say it's an autumn film. It's a fall film based on one glaring piece of evidence that I'm going to share with you right now. The cover for the film. I mean, that looks like fall to me.
Oh, yeah. Either that or they're sitting in a wheat field, which I didn't believe is what's going on.
I mean, it's a little bit color corrected, this cover, but I mean, like just looking at some of the other pictures from the film, like this is them sitting
the
in
bench scene, the monologue that goes on.
That's awful green out there for
the
me.
way
green. It's obviously like cooler out. They got their jackets and sweaters on. I mean, again, it is Boston, so
that could mean it's like early spring.
It could be anything because Katie and I went to Boston. One year it was 80 degrees in Philadelphia when we left, and it was 40 degrees when we got to Boston. But I would say yes, this is definitely a fall film.
Yeah.
Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, it is.
Sharing the spotlight is Knives Out from 20.
I will look it up while you're talking.
I want to say 2019, 2020, maybe.
2019, man, you're doing.
You're
on the ball, dude.
Seriously,
he doesn't need us. He's got this. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna go to bed.
This had Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
I mean, this was an all-star. Star-studded.
Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas,
Mhm.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Tony Collette, Chris Plummer. This was his final role.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Frank Oz has a brief appearance in it. This is you guys. Both of you guys turned me on to this film.
Yeah.
I had not seen it. You were both telling me I need to.
This was Ryan
Johnson.
Ryan Johnson's, one of his productions. This is in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You need to remind me why this is an autumn movie or a fall movie, because just thinking the movie, I don't feel autumn.
Well, no, it is though, because if you, I mean, a part that something that plays a part is the weather that occurs, because there are footprints, there's things around the house which kind of lead to different suspects. For those who haven't seen it, this is like a modern day Poirot or Agatha Christie kind of mystery. You are really watching till the end to find out who done it.
It's a picture of Chris Evans with those fall leaves behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, the first thing I don't think fall. The first thing I think about this movie, so that's just
Yeah. The first thing I think about when I think about this movie is
monster trucks.
It's
not
Apparently,
Amazon.
It's
I don't know what it is.
Jurassic World toys.
No,
Yeah.
I was saying Honored Armors.
uh-huh.
But I mean, looking at this film taking place in the autumn and looking at The Glass Onion, which was another Knives Out production, which takes place on an island in the summer, I say the season plays a part.
I would
what
agree.
I-
'Cause I'm thinking about. I just saw the trailer for the third one that's coming out. It's called "Wake Up, Dead Man," and
Mhm.
that one looks like it has a winter theme to it. So
That's
maybe
what I-
these
yeah.
films are all going for like the seasonal things. Then the fourth one will be the spring,
Mhm.
if there is a fourth one.
So that's. I mean, it takes place in the fall.
Yeah.
It has a small part in the way the weather affects what's going on.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'd say that plays a larger, like that's more or less or equal to that of Good Will Hunting.
I mean, I would call it a fall film because the majority of the events of the film take place,
The fall. Yeah.
within like a month. So it's like and during the fall. But I love this movie. 97% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. Daniel Craig is awesome in this film. Everybody's great in this film, but he stands out so much as the Benoit Blanc character. And I was disappointed with Glass Onion. I didn't think it was as good. So I'm hoping the third one kind of makes up for it.
I think Glass Onion tried to be a little more comical than detective.
I feel like they'd leaned too far into his eccentricities,
Mhm.
which is kind of like what Branagh does with the Perot movies that he made. It doesn't need to be that, like I wanted more of the mystery and less of the comedy part.
Mhm.
But two really good movies, man, at the top of the list there, and I would say Knives Out's fall.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
So that's two unanimous fall films so far. Kevin, what's the third one?
I think we're going to have a triple hat here.
Yeah.
As the kids say these days, as the next film is in essence fall. I mean, it is planes, trains, and automobiles, which we've covered before for a Thanksgiving podcast. Thanksgiving is as autumn as it gets. The weather plays a significant role. The holiday is its own character when you consider everybody's trying to get home for Thanksgiving to be with their family. And the chaos that ensues in this movie is really the desperation of trying to make it home with your family for the holiday, and the bond that grows between two unlikely characters.
That's because his hand was between two pillows.
That's his hand was between two pillows. You're driving the wrong way.
How do you know which way I'm going?
This is like a film that's fall going into winter because it kind of
Mhm.
starts fall.
You're right.
And by the time they finally get to his house in Chicago, there's snow on the ground and all that. So it kind of
Right.
It's still
it's still a fall movie.
But it's fall, and
Winter's
It's
still
fall
happening.
'cause it's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving. I mean, I'd say this is a great Thanksgiving movie. I don't think it's as good as Home for the Holidays, which I feel is the epitome of Thanksgiving. It's family getting together.
You're fucking with me, right?
What's that?
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
You're fucking with it. There's only one Thanksgiving movie better than listen. That's Charlie Brown.
This is the epitome for me.
Well, no, this is a great Thanksgiving movie, but I think Home for the Holidays depicts Thanksgiving as more of the holiday and less of the journey. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the
Should
family
Home for the
getting
Holidays
together.
be on this list then?
I didn't want to say anything. You had put so much work into it. It probably wouldn't even rank up to number 13.
Again, like I said, I only went with movies that appeared on multiple lists. So
No, and I
that could have been like an honorable mention then.
And look, if I had looked at this before the show at all,
If you had remembered that I told you were running the main segment tonight, we'd be a little more prepared.
I mean, there'd be a little more fluidity.
We're
a
also
little
recording
more-
on a night that we don't normally record.
Right. That's my fault.
That's Mike's fault because he prioritized the football game over his anniversary.
Yeah, that's my anniversary's tomorrow. So.
I know. You wanted to record on Wednesday. Your exact words on Saturday were, "Can we record on Wednesday? The Eagles game is Thursday night." To which your wife said, "Can you be quick about it, though? It is our anniversary."
Just throw me under the bus.
Which is why we landed on Tuesday.
Well, good night, everyone.
Good.
And those are the top 3 movies for the fall.
Yes. Let's get to the next one.
All right, next one, The Witch, starring Anna Taylor-Joy.
Ralph Ineson.
Yeah.
Who was Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie.
Is he? I hadn't seen it yet.
He's Galactus. And Kate Dickie, who was in Game of Thrones. She was
She was the Ares.
the one that was breastfeeding the kid that was like 18 years old. Yeah.
Yes. She was also in the Loki series, and
That's right, yeah.
she was in Alien Covenant, which I just remember watching. Anyway, this was directed by Robert Eggers, who, if you are unfamiliar, is messed up when he does his movies. No, they're brilliant. They're just really creepy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Lighthouse, Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a good movie he did that I don't know if you've seen it. The Northman.
The Northman? No.
It's Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, that's a Viking one. Yeah.
And one of the Skarsgård brothers, and it's a really, really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good movie too.
This is very Puritan. This takes place in New England at the time when the Pilgrims had come over. I believe that.
I mean, you can look at the kids right there. They look like pilgrims.
The family is cast out of the community, and they set up their own farm or area in the outside of the woods. And I'm trying to remember why they were cast out.
They don't really tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like, it's like they were banished for some reason or another, but they don't really tell you. You kind of think it's like something to do with witchcraft because that becomes, a big part of the film.
Yes.
Throughout it, and like the appearance of the devil and all that stuff,
and a lot of it. I mean, this is a movie where it's fall. The leaves are off the trees. It's really barren. The family loses their baby spontaneously, if you want to call it that. It's not like anything happens. It's Anna Taylor-Joy, being the oldest of their children, is playing with the baby out, and she's playing peekaboo, and then the moment she peeks, boo, the baby's gone. Into the woods, assumingly. But they have other children, and they talk about, how there's witches in the woods, and that the devil is in their black sheep,
Black
Phillip.
I would say this is like an autumnal, fall film, because when you think the fall, you think Halloween, and nothing says Halloween like witches. So
yes,
except the movie Halloween.
Except the movie Halloween. Yeah.
It literally says Halloween.
Should have put Halloween down on here. Honorable mention. The Halloween film.
Put that down right next to Home for the Holidays,
including Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Don't forget about E.T.
E.T.
That ripoff of Mac and Me.
You guys are welcome to make the list yourselves or add to the list.
What are you talking about?
The whole bracket.
Let's go on to
just too damn lazy.
You have a child, Mike has a job, I have a lot of free time. So it just makes more sense.
Following the Witch, we have When Harry Met Sally, scoring 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Rob Reiner film starring Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, as well as Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby, about two friends who can never be in a relationship because men and women, according to Harry, can never be just friends. There's always something there, and Sally disagrees, and it follows their friendship while in New York over the course of, what would you say, a decade, maybe
So they are seniors in college when they
in
first meet.
'86,
When they first meet and they're driving to New York together,
right?
and then they're like in their mid 30s when they get married at the end of the film. So I want to say
Mhm.
like, probably like
2 decades or
close
decade
to
and a half.
decades, 15 to 18 years, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Most of the scenes that we see, I mean, we do see scenes of New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, the
Yeah.
parties that takes place. That's a significant factor. But their walks through the park.
Well,
Um,
it's one of those movies that goes through many years, so it's going to go through many seasons.
Yeah. Like Katie, my wife and I
right.
were talking about this because she loves this movie. I love this movie, but she was like, "Oh yeah, that's a fall film," and I'm like, "Is it?"
Is it? I mean, honestly, I think
Scenes in the fall, but there's scenes at Christmas, and to me, it's a New Year's film because
yeah,
the ultimate
that
scene in the film is New Year's.
it plays its role because of what happens
Yeah,
on the
I mean, it's
on the various New Year's Eve parties.
spoiler alert. That's when they end up together is on New Year's. So I mean, to me, it's a New Year's film.
Great, we just lost half of our listeners.
Yeah, that big Harry Met Sally demographic we got.
So I agree. I don't think this is a
Fall.
per se fall movie. It's a multi
Yeah,
seasonal movie.
Mhm.
yeah. I think there's so many different things that happen throughout the film that you can't just say it's one season. Unlike the first four,
Yeah.
which all have like that feeling where those scenes that happen during the autumn, like this one's just there's too much going on. I love the movie. I'm not knocking the movie, but it's not really an autumn film to me. I can watch this all year round. I love this movie.
All right, we're going to move on, and we're going to move quickly. As I see, we're only halfway through the list, and
We're an hour in.
right. Dead Poet Society, 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, starring Robin Williams, Anthony Michael Hall. No, that one. No, it wasn't.
Robert Sean Leonard.
Robert Sean Leonard. That's it.
Yeah.
I knew it was an actor with 3 names.
Red from that 70s show.
Mhm. About a
Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
private boarding school in Delaware. And Robin Williams is a teacher with, I don't want to say eccentric, just, different ways
A
of teaching.
style that kind of goes against the grain for the school that he's at.
Right. But it really motivates the students. It really gets to the boys, and they see him more of a mentor than just a teacher. Honestly, I feel this is more of a winter movie for the scenes in my head coming out
Yeah.
of snow filled, and
I mean, it's
school.
ahead, Mike.
It's a school movie which is going to start in the fall.
Yeah, exactly.
Fall and end in spring.
Yeah.
So it could be multi-seasonal, but it definitely has a lot to do with fall at the beginning.
I think it's a seasonal film, like Mike said. I think more of like the winter, because two of the
major
more iconic scenes I think in the film are the one where when he kills himself, Neil, it's during the winter. He has the window open, the snow's coming in, and then the next scene is when the boys find out that he's dead. They're running through the snowy field.
Yeah.
And it to me like those are the scenes that I think of first when I think of a movie. So it's like a seasonal film. I don't think it's just fall.
Right, and you can tell towards the end of the movie that it's in the spring because when the boys stand on their desks to say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," they're all wearing shorts.
Yeah,
shorts.
right before Pete Davidson's head gets chopped off by the fan.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. wearing biker shorts.
Moving on.
Let's move on. Anyway,
Next one. Remember the Titans, starring Denzel Washington and Donald Faison and
Ryan Gosling, and
Ryan Gosling and the guy that played on My Name Is Earl. Gosh, I really should have.
Ethan Suplee.
Ethan Suplee.
Yeah, and what's his name? The guy, the one football player, ended up on Sons of Anarchy. Bert Shear, the middle linebacker guy that gets paralyzed. He ends up on Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the biggest.
Not paralyzed though. He's not paralyzed on.
Not in real life.
No.
You got the biggest name to come out of this
Will
movie.
Patton and were you thinking of
Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah.
Who's the biggest name to come out of the movie, Mike?
What's her name?
Hayden
Panettiere.
Yeah.
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you want to save the world, you got to save the cheerleaders. So.
That's right.
Well, no, she's a kid.
So I'm just going to say this is fall. This is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's the football season.
It's a football season. It's a football movie. It's during desegregation in the South, which is the basis of it. To coaches learning to work together, learning to coach a team, united. I like showing this film during my film appreciation class. That's usually one of the last ones. Yeah, fall movie. All in agreement?
I am in agreement with that.
Okay.
Definitely.
100%.
I'm in agreement with that on the next one too.
Yes, 71%.
Do we even have to?
Directed by Tim Burton, starring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci, and all of Tim Burton's other favorites.
You can check out our previous episode where we did the career of Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm. Christopher Walken played a significant role in this. It's the story of the Headless Horseman, which is a Halloween story, which takes place in Sleepy Hollow, New York.
In the fall.
It's in the fall.
I mean, despite the Tim Burton aesthetic, it is a fall film.
Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite movies from him.
Yeah.
This is one I look forward to watching during the Halloween season. It's campy at times and typical Tim Burton black, white, and red fashion, but it's okay.
I love that scene where Walken comes out on a horse and he's like, "Have you seen my head?"
Yeah. And he sounds like a vampire.
I've lost my head.
Have you seen my
Seen-
head?
I can't
I
wear
lost
this
it.
pumpkin anymore. I need my eyes.
I'm a Hessian soldier.
Rah.
Rawr.
Yeah, this is definitely a fall film.
Rawr.
71% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
We're getting into like the lower end here now because man, these last few movies are
Honestly, the next one, in my opinion, is not a fall film. It's a decent film, but I don't think it's a fall film. You've got Mail, starring Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, one of many Meg Ryan Tom Hanks movies. It's multi-seasonal. It's not as good as Joe versus Volcano, but that's okay. That's besides the point.
I was going to say it's not as good as Sleepless in Seattle, but okay. So it's not really a remake, but kind of a remake. There's a movie from 1940 with Jimmy Stewart called The Shop Around the Corner, which has a kind of a similar vibe to it.
That was early AOL.
Yeah, but you've got snail mail. So I agree. This is more of a seasonal film.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a story of two people kind of like coming together over a long period of time.
Yep.
It might start in the fall, but
right.
Kind of like with Harry Met Sally, it eventually like covers a lot of seasons.
Leave it to Meg Ryan to just ruin a good autumnal movie. And honestly, I thought the next
America's Sweetheart, my ass.
I was going to say the next three movies are definitely autumnal, but now thinking about it, number 10 causes me to pause. It's The Craft, which had 57%.
You paused just because Fairuza Balk was on the screen.
No. I paused because it takes place in California, which doesn't celebrate autumn. In California,
It's celebrate autumn. It just don't feel it.
Excuse me. Let me argue that point because their mountain area does, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The coastal area does not.
The
Just
red
because they don't have the weather that we have doesn't mean they don't have a fall season.
If we're talking about the mountain area, we might as well
We
just
still
say
have an October.
Oregon.
October still happens on the West Coast.
It does.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it in this movie now, does it? Because it's sand. They are witches.
Reminds me of a student I
They are
had
their own.
when I taught grade school who asked me if they had the same moon in California that we have here.
So what do you guys? Would you say the same thing if this was based in Florida?
No, Florida has fall.
Just
God,
California.
man, Disney puts on a whole fall production down in.
I mean,
They don't have the weather though.
So, like, does this scene here not scream to you fall on the beach? Right here. We got witches,
a
candles.
bonfire on the beach.
Yeah, bonfire.
If it's on the beach, though, you know.
All right, The Craft.
Yes, The Craft. It is a Halloweeny movie. It's a new club in school. It's called a coven. I don't know what the stipend for that might be. Starring Robin Tooney. I think I got that right. Fairuza Balk. What's her name from Scream? Why can't I think of her name right now? Nev Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
And Tamara. Oh, I can't think of her name either.
You got that one. I have no idea what the other actress name is. Tamara.
We lost Kev.
Rachel True. I don't know where he got Tamara from.
I don't know where he went.
We lost Kevin. All right, there he is.
Is he back?
I thought I was opening up a new tab. I was wrong.
Her name is Robin True. I don't know where you got Tamara from.
Was she on maybe Tara and Tamara? I don't know.
I think you're thinking of Sister.
Maybe.
I thought I was the one who drank too much tonight.
Oh,
True. Robin True.
Robin True. The Craft. Fall film now. It's not a fall film because they don't have autumn.
Because they don't have autumn in California. Okay.
All right.
That's yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sticking to that. Okay. However, we're going back.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
We're going back to the East Coast with this one, and this is
More witches.
totally an autumnal film. This is Hocus Pocus,
Mm-hmm.
92, 93.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I want to say,
this is Halloween. So.
Yes, Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker and Kathy Najimy.
93. You may not remember people's names, but you got your years down tonight.
Man, I'm really. Yes, Vanessa Shaw.
Thor Birch, Kathy
Thor
Najimy.
Birch. Yes, good movie. Takes place in Salem. It's a witch movie. It's very autumn. It's right at Halloween. Yeah, I don't know what more I can say about it. I don't know why it scored so low with
critics,
with Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the critic score, and I feel like the critics are always down on films that are popular for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is, I don't know if you would call it a cult hit, but it's it's popular enough that it gets replayed every year. So,
and let's
point. Now they got a sequel.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And the sequel wasn't even that bad. Now for finishing our top 12 list.
I got a question to ask you guys real quick before we move on to the next one. Am I weird for thinking that that Hocus Pocus is the best Sarah Jessica Parker's ever looked in a film? I mean, I'm asking the guy that loves Fairuza Balk, so I thought maybe you'd All right, last one.
We're going to keep with the witches here, my friends, and finish off with Practical Magic, starring Sandra Bullock, Nicole Kidman,
Stockard Channing's in this
Stockard
one.
Channing,
Kath, what's her name? Diane Weist is in this
Diane
one.
Weiss. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't think of.
Oh, fucking good.
Two sisters who are witches. You know, I mean, it's not like a witch with a pointy hat and a broom. These are just women in a community, New England community, who were raised in a fashion of being a witch, though they don't practice her as much, or it's not something that's really known. It's kind of the rumor. It's the rumor that goes around the town. And these two sisters are, you know, they love each other, but they're different. And one is more free spirited than the other. And the free spirited one gets herself into trouble, comes back home, and they work together on cleaning up the mess, so to speak. I like this movie. I do think it's enjoyable. It is autumnal, as I've said before. And I guess the witches play a part, but also, you know, anytime you film in New England during the fall, it's going to be, I mean, it's much better than California during their second summer.
Seeing a pattern here because we got 4 movies on this list that are all witch based.
Yeah.
That made me think of what to do for next year's Halloween episode.
Yeah, best witch movies.
Yeah, a bracket for the best witch movies.
or a bracket of like the sexiest witches.
Yeah.
Well, that would leave the Witcher out. Though.
Leave the Witcher out? I don't know, man. I don't know. Henry Cavill's pretty fucking sexy.
That would leave the Warlock out. The movie Warlock.
Yeah.
And you got Tim Curry in The Worst Witch. He's...
Oh, man. I got to queue up that song.
Yeah.
So we got a few honorable mentions here. The honorable mentions were all movies that didn't appear on multiple lists, but all have some attachment to the fall. October Sky, which pretty much needs to be on the list because it's called October Sky.
Yeah.
Was this the one with Tobey Maguire?
Close. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
He's the kid that tries to build a rocket in his farmhouse.
I think I get October Sky and Cider House Rules mixed up. I think that's my problem.
I think it's just, you know, Gyllenhaal and Maguire are about the same age, coming up at the same time, you know. But this is, he's a kid who tries to build a rocket in his farmhouse. It's like based on a true story.
Right.
Adam's Family Values, which takes place during a Thanksgiving pageant. That kind of makes it a fall movie.
Hey,
Legends of the Fall. You got fall in the title. Friday Night Lights, which, like Remember the Titans, is a football film. So it takes place during the fall season. And Silver Linings Playbook, just because EAGLES Eagles.
Yeah, but it's not
it's not a fall movie, but it's an honorable movie.
And if we're going just based off of the word
fall,
October, I mean, The Hunt for Red October should be on this as well.
Definitely a fall movie. Fall the Soviet Union.
Oh, brother.
Okay, Mike, you beer history trivia for this evening?
I do. I got some beer history for you guys. Beer and George Washington. He fought the British for independence and Congress for beer. One of George Washington's first acts as commander of the Continental Army was to decree that each soldier received a quart of beer with his daily ration. As the Revolutionary War wore on, however, beer supplies ran low. And indignant Washington soon found himself battling a new adversary, the Continental Congress, to restore his troops' allotment. Washington's passion for beer was personal as well as patriotic. At Mount Vernon, he operated his own brewery, and his handwritten recipe calling for molasses to add body and sweetness is preserved today in the New York Public Library. By all accounts, his brew was exceptional. He wasn't alone among the founding fathers in this appreciation for beer. Patrick Henry, Sam Adams, oh, really? And James Madison all championed America's young brewing industry, while Thomas Jefferson reportedly drafted his first version of the Declaration of Independence over a pint of Philadelphia's Indian Queen Tavern. These revolutionary leaders would no doubt raise a glass to the thriving brewing tradition at doors across America today.
I wonder if when City Tavern was open and operational, whether they ever put his his recipe for brew, Washington's recipe, or made it available for consumption.
Mm. No idea.
Holy Roman Empire was neither Holy Roman nor an empire. Discussed.
Speaking of the cinema quote of the week, acting is all about honesty. You can fake that, you've got it made. George Burns. It's my best George Burns impression.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'm too buzzed right now to fucking interpret that quote.
Mhm.
Speaking of drinks, I shouldn't have drank as much as I did of the pumpkin pie liqueur that I used as an accoutrement to my coffee, and then just started drinking straight.
Sounds
Got more
tasty.
coffee. Should have got more coffee before you started drinking.
That was
more.
my fourth cup of coffee today. I'm already in danger of not sleeping tonight. So, how was your drink, Mike?
Excellent as always. My old smoky apple pie and ginger cocktail.
Yeah. And I know Kevin was happy with that, beer that he
Horrible.
found in the fridge.
Horrible beer. Way too sweet.
That's
The only thing bad is about it was your last one, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Also, his wife probably drank half of it before
she snuck in behind him to take the baby monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us tonight for episode 212. Crisp air, cold beer, great cinema, our favorite fall films. We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. Remember, you can drop us an email, filmsfermentation@gmail.com, or visit linktree.com/filmsfermentation. Find all of our social media podcast links. You can also text us at 904-867-4466. One of these days, I will memorize that number. Don't forget to stop by the Crossroads between Pickle and Ferment It next time around for episode 213. This is a new topic we're going to be trying out next week. It's called Sequel Wars. And because it's October and it's horror film month, we are going to do our first sequel war episode on Alien versus Aliens. Which is better, the original or the second film? So make sure you join us for that episode. In the meantime, I'm Leo.
Kevin.
I'm Mike.
This has been the Films of Fermentation podcast. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yay.